Hello our lovely people, welcome to part 2 of this video. If you haven't watched part 1, you can go right back, watch part 1, and then you can join us for part 2. But otherwise, welcome. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for keeping it here. And if you're considering subscribing, we shall definitely be happy to have you here. So this video is a follow-up from part 1 of the previous video. So if you didn't watch it, it's simply as showing the stages of proper protective styling, whereby we start with hair care and then we get into the protective style. As you watch the video, we're just going to talk about hair and things related to hair. There's nothing much about this style really. It's just you enjoying the process of attaining this wonderful hairstyle, but also looking into real protective styling, how we make sure that the scalp is comfortable, that we are not pulling on the scalp, that the customer is not feeling pain. As you see, she is very comfortable, and our stylists have been trained to make sure that they do proper protective styling. Since we're talking about proper protective styling, one of the topics I really would love to talk about is hair loss, especially traction alopecia that is mostly caused by poor styling techniques, or just simply our stylists or stylists as a whole, not our stylists, because we train our stylists not to cause traction alopecia, but more so being a trichologist. Yes guys, trichologist here, and a hair loss practitioner, trained and certified. So being a trichologist, I am seeing so many women come in for consultation with traction alopecia. So like I said, it is really caused by the physical process of stylists who just don't know how to properly handle our hair, our scalps, and who just do not know any better as they braid our hair. So what do you do to avoid traction alopecia? First and foremost, if you're in your stylist chair, you are the keeper of your hair. I'll say it again. You're the keeper of your hair. As a client, we get into the habit of silence. When someone is pulling on your hair, when someone is really harming your scalp, as a client, you need to start speaking up when you're in a stylist chair. It doesn't matter how old this stylist is, because some of the older stylists just don't want to be told what to do. And that's why we have younger ones, because you can actually talk to them. Anyways, that's beside the point. But make sure you are really conversating or communicating with your stylist, especially when you feel discomfort. The fastest way to get traction alopecia is discomfort on your scalp. Once there's discomfort, that means someone has pulled hard on your scalp, and eventually that hair will start to break. So once you feel that their grip is tight, please in that moment ask them to be a little you can always braid firmly but not tightly. There's a difference between a firm braider and a braider who braids tightly. Braiding firmly is what will keep your style longer. All right, so someone has to be firm but not tight. Being tight means that now you're putting yourself in the danger zone of getting into traction alopecia. Be the advocate of your hair. Try to be woke when it comes to your hair and maintaining your hair on your scalp. The other issue of the other danger of traction alopecia that it's in some cases, some of the clients I have been talking to actually have gone into permanency, like permanent hair loss. With traction alopecia, hair would usually grow, but I'm seeing clients who have failed to actually grow back their hairlines, but simply also because they've taken too long without caring or making sure they are treating the hair loss, or they have over and over kept using the same stylists who break their hair and basically causing trauma to those areas or to that scalp area. And eventually, those follicles can either be destroyed in the process. So be very careful. That's why I'm really stressing that you must be very, very careful and alert and walk when it comes to your hair and the way these stylists handle your hair. All right. So make sure you find a stylist who knows what they're doing, who is a little more educated about proper hair care. And I would definitely say just come to Afros and More, okay? We have stylists that are trained on how to properly braid your hair so you do not have to experience hair loss or traction alopecia. Well, I hope this information helps in some way, and I hope we can beat this together, but it starts with the clients being able to speak up so that we stop seeing this epidemic of receding hairlines. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. That is our model. She is looking good. She is looking comfortable. As you can see, her scalp is also comfortable. That's a style that is firmly plaited but not tightly plaited. Until next time, bye bye.